thanks for tuning in. On this episode of Dan's Garage, Dan gets the Chevelle indoors, washes it off, and takes a better look at it. Hey Dan, run that intro!
Hey Gearheads, thanks for tuning in. I got the Chevelle home. If you didn't see that video, click on the link up here and you can watch that fun. It did go a lot easier this time than the Buick. However, this did not have a rear end in it. I had to put that one in with Todd. So if you're saying you had to put a rear end in, and who's Todd? Go watch that video. Click on that link. If you've already watched that episode and you're up to this episode, well, you know, before I bring the cars inside, I like to power wash them, but I like to walk around them first and kind of show you what they look like, and then we can kind of move on from there. So let's take a walk around this one. I'll show you a little bit about it. So this is a 72 Chevelle, even though it's got a 71 grille on it. It is a 72 by the numbers, and it is a 350 Malibu car. So this didn't have all the panels, but I did get a hood and a fender from Willys, so it's got all the panels. However, it's missing windshield, and we don't know why. Of course, the quarter panels are pretty buggered up. Buggered? Is that a word? You can also see it was a vinyl top car, and it looks like something fell on the top at one point. So we have a little bit of denting on the roof to deal with. It's a little hard to see, but we'll power wash it, and then we may be able to see a little better. The rest of the roof looks okay. And the back glass is here. I do have the trim for it. I just took it off because the clips weren't there, but I think it's pretty solid around there. The back of the car has that big rear bumper that the 71 and 72s are famous for. And the trunk is a different color, so I'm assuming it's not from this car, but it's on the car, so it's now with this car. And unfortunately, this side does not look much better. This quarter is pretty shot down below the body line. I'm not sure this door is from this car, but it was obviously smashed in from the bottom. I don't even think it opens. I may try to get another door just so it's got a better door and give this one with it, but we'll see. This fender is an SS fender, but it's in pretty decent shape all the way at the top down to the bottom. Don't want to spoil too much on the interior. We'll do a clean out video, but it does have a pair of buckets, and it does have half a back seat. I don't think the other half is in there, but I guess we'll find out when we clean it out. Looking the other way, it looks like it does have a dash from an SS. It's got the round gauges, but we know it's a Malibu, and again, it is missing that windshield. I think this rear corner is the worst of it. This frame is going to need a little bit of attention. It's pushed in a little bit from the back. The gas tank also is pushed up, so you have to consider that. Frame looks okay on this side. If you saw the video of us bringing it home, you know that this rear end was not original to the car. It's out of a 68. It's a 10 bolt, probably a 308 open or something like that. And under here, the frame looks pretty good. A lot of surface rust, but it doesn't look like it's been banged up or anything on this side, the passenger side. The floor pans are another story. They're pretty trashed up, but we'll see them from the inside when we clean that out. This is the passenger side front. Frame's got a little bit of rust going through it, so that needs to be considered. Up there doesn't look too bad. Back behind the A-arms looks alright. Of course, we've got another Buick wheel, so at some point we'll have a set of 4. Passenger side headlight bucket looks okay. It's actually got a headlight and a parking light in it. Driver side headlight bucket, not so much. It's pretty much busted. It's got a big tear in it down here, so that'll need to be replaced. These things are cast. You can't really repair them. There's a sway bar in the front end. That's pretty nice. So I'm going to pull out the power washer. We'll clean this sucker up, and we'll get to the next step. Oof. Need to clean out the shed. Where's the power washer? So I don't need to get water splashed in my face, so I'm wearing protection. Let's go blast. Is this a bad sign that the chrome is just peeling off of the bumper? I guess it's been re-chromed and it wasn't a good job, because original stuff would never do this. But it does clean up. I'm not going to bore you with a full power washing episode, but you can see the hood is actually cleaning up pretty good, so it'll look nice when we get it in the garage. So you can see the before and after. Looks pretty nice, right? Before, after. 30 years of dirt really cleans up pretty nice. So looks like this trunk and the hood are from the same car because they're blue and the rest of the car is red. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy, but that quarter actually looks pretty good. I think this door is going to clean up nice. And as I'm noticing, there's a lot of parts on this that are blue, like the trunk, the hood. That quarter panel actually looks pretty good, color-wise. I know it's bad. Noticing a lot of blue parts on this, the door, the trunk, the hood. Obviously they're off another car, but whatever. Let's keep washing. Alright, well that's pretty much all we can do out here. Let's give it overnight to dry, and then we'll get it in the garage. So the camera's level, the car is not. It's going down the driveway. It needs to go that way in the garage. So I'm going to try and jack it up to help us out a little bit. And not much difference, but every little bit helps. I'm going to disconnect the back straps and keep the front on for now. I went ahead and chocked the rear wheels. I do still have the winch attached, but I do need to disconnect the fronts and put the other wheels on it. So let's go do that. This hood is not bolted in at all. So I just need to find a way to hold it up so I can get that out. It's not going to fall on me. Alright, well since I got the hood open, I guess we'll come in here and kind of show you around a little bit. It's real dirty, of course. It does have a hood hinge on this side. Of course it doesn't on the other side because there was no fender there, so I'll have to see if I have a hood hinge from the 66 that'll fit on here. Wiper motors there, no brakes. Steering column, column shift, heater box. No AC car. Inner fender well on this side. We actually do have an inner fender on that side. Looks like it had a can. Is power steering, so that's nice. Nothing much else going on up here. This hood is actually in pretty decent shape. There is one spot here where it looks like somebody folded it down, but I don't think it transferred to up top. It looked pretty straight, but you're the judge of that. So it does have the wires, it does have a VIN plate, we'll go over that in a minute. And it's got a rad support, just needs the hood latch part that belongs over there. I'm going to try and get that so I can bolt this hood down. And regulator, that's pretty much it. This would be cool if it was a drag racing car, but it's not, so let's get rid of it. Oh, it's got disc brakes. That's a pretty nice option. I did not know that. Cool. Let me see if I can free that up a little. Probably not a good idea to be working under a car that's not supported by jack stands, but I'm not actually working on it, I'm just messing around with it. And of course over here we have another Buick wheel. Why do I have Buick wheels? I don't know. I guess I'm going to collect them. Let's see if this thing will come off. They look pretty rusted on. Oh, that doesn't feel like it's moving. Note to self, soak night before. What'd you say? Breaker bar. Oh. I'll give it a try. That's a good idea. Thanks. Of course, there's no pressure on the wheel, so it's just going to rotate. Duh. Let me let it back down and see what happens. You saw that coming, didn't you? not strong enough. Oh, it's actually still moving the wheel. Put the weight of the car on it. Might have to let this oil soak in overnight. That'll make a difference. I do have air tools also. Might make a difference, I think. Alright, let's see if we can shake it loose with some air. Well, that worked. Probably jack it back up if this is going to go. Let's try these other ones. Woo. Air tools for the win. Alright, this thing is full of ants anyway, so I'm going to toss this far away. Hey look, this set has disc brakes too. And Willie's weeds. Okay, let's leave that behind. This one's actually moving a little bit better, but we'll still juice it up in here. This wheel in here. There it goes. Now I know you don't generally want to use air tools, especially in impact, to tighten lug nuts, but I just tightened them very lightly because I know we're not going anywhere. But if you are ever putting lug nuts on, you definitely want to use hand tools and torque them correctly. Alright, let's put this thing down. Well, that definitely looks better. At least it's got matching wheels and tires. Let's go ahead and get it in the garage where the sun is not shining, and then we'll go attack that rear end and get those bolts finished up. I knew this was going to be an issue. That's why I bought that second winch. I was actually going to mount it in the garage and hook it up so I could pull the cars in, or hook it to the back of the trailer. I just haven't done that yet. So with it being on a downhill to the back, we're just going to use a ratchet strap and let the remote go and do its work. Be a little bit longer though. One foot at a time. Should probably keep an eye on where this thing is steering. Try that for a little bit. If I get run over, call somebody. I have no way to stop this thing, so it's going to hit this engine if it comes down. Uh-oh. Stopped. Alright, going back around the garage. I'm sweating. This is no good. By the time the next car gets here, whoa. By the time the next car gets here, I will have the other winch set up. I'm not doing this again. But for now, we'll try pulling it. There it goes. this trailer out of the way and we'll get this car set up. Alright, she's in the garage. That didn't take too long, but I'm beat. So that's it for this one. Stay positive, keep on wrenching. I'll see you in the next one.